All right, this is Mr. Reed. So a number of students have sent me an email saying that they're a little bit confused about converting squared metric units. So I'm just going to quickly go through and do some examples here and explain how this works. So when we're talking about squared units, what we're talking about is a situation like this where you have something like 7,500 and it is in centimeters squared, and you want to convert it to, let's say, meters squared. So here we have a squared unit. So we're going to follow the regular steps. So I'm going to first of all go through the 4 steps of just converting, and then we'll add one extra step called step 5. So step 1, though, is you identify your prefixes and their powers. Or their powers of 10. So here we have the prefix centi. Centi. And that is 10 to the negative 2. And here we have no prefix. And so if you have no prefix, it's 10 to the 0. Step 2. Second thing we do is we identify the difference between the powers. So you kind of think of this as on a number line. Here we have negative 2, and here we have 0. So that's a difference of 2. You don't have to draw the number line, it's just handy to visualize it. Step 3. You identify the direction of the difference. What I mean by this is, are you going from a larger to a smaller unit or a smaller to a larger? So if you're going from a larger power to a smaller power, then what's going to happen is you are going to be moving to the right. Or the decimal will go to the right. If you're going from a smaller power to a larger power, well, then you are going to be going to the left. All right, so now step 4 is you actually move the decimal. So move the decimal the number of spaces that matches the difference. All right, so now step 4, move the decimal the number of spaces that match the difference. For us, we are going from smaller to larger. Smaller power to a larger power means we're moving to the left. So we're going to go to the left here, and our difference was 2. 1, 2. Now that's what we would normally do. Normally this is where we would end. But step 5 is, if the unit is squared, move 2 times the difference. So we already moved twice, and we're going to move twice again. So that means that 7,500 centimeters cubed becomes 0.7500 meters cubed, because we moved the decimal 4 times, or 2 times 2. Now, if the unit is cubed, move 3 times the difference. And we're not going to be dealing with like units to the power of 4, units to the power of 5, but if you did, you'd move 4 times the difference or 5 times the difference. And this is just because you're moving in those extra dimensions, so you have to account for the extra movement. So hopefully these 5 steps clear things up for you.